Hey, it's Lachey. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. Tonight we are going to be doing a PR package from my personal PR fairy. We're going to be talking about the books that I've read this month. We're going to be marking off one thing on my bingo board and more. So if any of that interests you, please stay tuned. Yeah, so let's get started. I just got a shower. Unfortunately, the setup took a little bit, so my skin's sort of dry, which is not how you want to do your skincare. Also, I am going to buy a light so I can film at night because I feel like sometimes I love the vibe and the coziness of a nighttime sort of like up close, cozy kind of vibe. So let me know if you guys like this vibe, but I do. So we're gonna kind of go with it for now. For my first thing, I'm going in with, and yes, I repackaged these because I wanted to give you guys an experience other than the face wash, which is my favorite face wash in the world. It's the kale and green tea spinach vitamins from Youth to the People. And I hear like people have a lot of different opinions about this, but for me, my skin just really loves it. Although right now we're definitely going through something. There's dry patches. It has been a very brittle cold winter, so I'm fine with it, but I do want to make my skin as happy and moisturized as I can. Let's go into the products that my personal PR person has gotten from me, which are Road Skincare. Again, I've been using these for days. I did put them back in the box so that we could have this experience together. I've been meaning to film for a really long time. This month hasn't really gone to plan, and yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. My sister got me two Road Skincares, and honestly, I didn't have an interest in Road Skincare until my sister got me the lip gloss and a lip liner, and they sent me some testers for the skincare. Road Glazing Milk um, ceramide facial essence, and I love it so much. You shake it up, and then you do this. You're gonna get your hand, drop it a couple times, about this much, and then I like to just put it on my face, really get it in there. And of course, we carry down to the neck. You have to. I also carry down, hold on. I also carry onto my hands with whatever's left over. This I love to put all over. You're going to get a very nice, like, glazed donut look. But more importantly than looks, this makes my skin feel very nice. My skin really liked this when I got to use the tester, but that was before the really brittle winter storm. It just needs a lot of extra love right now. So normally this alone would be enough. Cute, chic packaging. It speaks for itself. And so we're going to go in with the Barrier Restore Cream. It's very good. So this is a thicker, okay, so it says, after cleansing and any serums, apply a finger length amount onto your face, neck, and décolletage. Layer after peptide glazing fluid. So, like, I literally just go in like this, or sometimes I put it right on my face when I'm feeling like, a cutie YouTuber. I just do it alone in my room. And for this, I literally just rub it under my cheeks because the barrier is not only for moisture, which is what we all really want, but the barrier is also to protect and seal in on certain areas. But if you have sensitive skin, then it can make you break out. This is what I learned from another YouTuber because it's barrier. So it's sort of like keeping things in. So for this, I'm literally just keeping it on the cheeks right here. And so this has been my skincare routine for the past like almost week, and my skin has been very like so much happier. That's all I do. Yeah. Skin. And now we're going to get to the next part of this PR, which is literally why I was like, you have to sit down and film. So let's get into it. I have heard a lot of good things about the brand Lore, and as we all know, and as I will repeat until it's true, I want to be one of the best known people in the entire world. So I love perfumes, I love fragrance, and this brand has been kind of like tickling my fancy. So I asked my PR personal fairy if I could have this, and I got it. I love that for me. Together. And that's so chic. It's so chic. All right, so this is Lore, scents that take you somewhere. So it's on Lore World. And it's a very kind of, to me, transportive brand. They really sit in sort of taking you to a feeling or a vibe. And they have 4 fragrances for their launch. I'm going to take you through the fragrances, um, show you the website. I'm going to put some more things in here when I screen record so you can just have a closer. I'm going to start. I think the way they put this is how we'll go. We'll do sublimity first. I'm going to read off the notes and then we're going to smell it. I have my little pieces of paper prepped and ready. And then we're going to choose one for me to go to sleep on. This is their little signature. I love the name. I think it's really nice. And this feels like a very kind of like high end, but also niche and um, I guess intentional brand. You know what I mean? Like the vibe of it, the aesthetics that they provide, the scents, they're not just like vanilla. They want it to be about a feeling. They want it to be about a story. And so it can fit into your life a certain kind of way. So the first one that we have is called Sublimity. And it says here on the side that it is a sheer solar musk. We're going to do Sublimity first. Clicking on Sublimity here, if you bought the big one, it would be this cute blue bottle. I also love the packaging. They feel very individual, very like glass. Like, you know, when you go to a beach and every seashell is different and special, but like the whole of the beach is this wonderful, magical place. That's what this feels like. So, Sublimity's notes are warm skin, lang lang, coconut water, sandalwood, and full sun. So, if I had to, and these are the visuals for this, it feels like a beachy, your skin, summery fragrance. It says it opens up with a lush, warm coconut, nectar, and lang lang blossom. Like a beach only the 4WD can get to, it breaks into the elevated heart of the sea salt and sandalwood before holding you close and the full kiss of the sun. I did say it sounded like a beachy scent, so I'm happy that I was right. Lemony first. I'm excited. I don't think that I'm going to dislike any of these. Whatever fragrance has vanilla in it, I'm always assuming is the one that I'm going to like the most. But I have been branching out and sort of really enjoying things that I didn't think I would. Speaking of, the last time that I got little fragrances, I put them on this. And like I just said, I feel like I have an idea always of what my favorite fragrance will be. And the most dented in all of my testers is Carousel, the one that I thought that I wouldn't, that I thought was very like a particular fragrance that you would wear on special, not daily occasions. I wear it all the time. It's the one that smells like the carnival and it's very appley and juicy, but somehow it really works. And I wear it a lot to bed. So I like fragrance because the longer that you sit on it, the more that you open yourself to opportunity, especially with these little travel sizes, the more that like you can just find that you love something you never really thought you would. Okay, first up, Sublimity. Okay, we're getting some spray, sort of. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, Sublimity. It is a very summery and skin-like fragrance. This smells like you're in a summer day, but before it gets too hot, it's not a salty sea kind of fragrance. It's sort of like the wetness of the beach, but before you even get in the water, like you're in the coconut water, it's refreshing. The jasmine, the lang lang, all of these work together so well. This feels like I'm at a beach and it's like a secret beach and it's very romantic. Like whoever you bring to this beach, it's not just like your friend, this is your best friend. This is someone that you share secrets with. It is very nice. Like I did not expect to like it this much. This is lovely. It's skin like, it's sort of refreshing and clean. It has, I don't want to say salty, but it has a sort of ocean DNA. And it is, I think this is a win. And the Lang Lang Blossom goes so well on this. So it's sort of this clean beach girl versus the, it's not sunscreen, but it is sort of, it's like you've taken a shower either before or after the beach, but you've already sweated. Like you're not, I love this. Sublimity, it's so nice. Okay, I have to put this back where it lives. Okay, I'm gonna sit on this longer. It's a sheer solar musk. I would say it's sheer. It's very skin-like, skin beach-like. You could wear it not in the summer. I think this even goes for the winter because again, that like ocean wetness, and it gives very blue, and I think that feels like winter. Okay, and we're back. Unfortunately, I did record. I did continue to speak while recording was paused, and that's okay. We're going to go backwards just a smidgen, and because I already love it and I've experienced it, I could probably just more effectively tell you the experience of smelling it. So we went through sublimity, which is a sheer solar musk. Hold on, there we go, and it feels like warm skin, but there's this cleanliness and this warmness and this natural sort of pheromone esque fragrance to it. It feels sunny and semi secluded and seductive, and I like it a lot. I think we did talk about that one, and that's the first fragrance. And this is the one that my sister was most interested in. I think that you would love this. I think that this feels clean, but like singular. The second fragrance, which is what I was most excited to smell, is Somewhere But Nowhere. It is the second one there with the mountain peak, and it's said to be a spiced creamy wood, American cedarwood, black tea, cardamom, carrot seeds, horn and leather, and wildflower honey. Now, I've sprayed it and maybe it's settled differently, but my initial scent, which I love present tense, it feels like there's so much production and individuality to this brand. I really love it. Like I would work with, like if I had a collab right now, it would be with Lore. Keep that. All right. Okay. So Lore is a very warm, kind of rebellious and yet comforting fragrance. This, I love vanilla, so anything that says vanilla is the one that I'm most intrigued by. But this does pull mostly the main stars of this are the leather, cardamom, which is a note that I'm really starting to fall in love with, and black tea. Black tea is also a note that I'm like, there's something so fluid about it, and I enjoy it so much. Pretty sure this is the one. Yes, it is so warm and sort of kind of rebellious and yet just sort of settled into itself. This isn't fresh leather. This is your favorite pair of boots. This is your favorite leather jacket that you're constantly wearing. I love it so much. I think that I'm not getting the vanilla. The thing about the vanilla in this perfume specifically is that it's basically elevating all the other fragrances. So the main things you're going to get are black tea and the leather and the cardamom. And like I said, a little rebellious, a little gritty, but in this individual, non performative way, if that makes sense. I enjoy this so much. This is so nice. Okay, the next fragrance that I sprayed is Lovely and a Little Twisted, which I was nervous about because it is a, what do they can call it? A candied floral milk. So this is our floral fragrance for this initial launch for Lore. I said that this felt like a very kind of romantic, whimsical fragrance before I smelled it. After I smelled it, I believe completely that again, it is very romantic and very kind of the whimsical friend that you have. This very almost signature fragrance. All of them have a level to it that feels singular and kind of your individual fragrance, but this one the most feels like a main character. There's whimsy in it, and the notes are rose milk, amber resin, pistachio milk. Oh, it's rose macaroons. On here it says rose milk, mind you, but on here it says rose macaroons. So rose macaroons, amber resin, pistachio milk, patchouli, and lucid dreams is a very daydreamy, romantic, whimsical kind of fragrance, and I really enjoy, even as it's settled into this sheet. I'm like, this is such a going on a solo date. This is someone who's not waiting for others, but does have friends and is just kind of connected to who they are. I love this a lot. I think this is amazing. And I don't normally like floral. I am specifically someone who, if there is a floral, I do not like rose. I really like this. It is creamy floral, a candied I wouldn't say candied in like a sugary way, but more of a gourmand steamed milk kind of floral. Like you're taking a bubble bath in roses, but they added milk, and maybe you're eating the pistachio in some way or other. The main thing I'm getting with this is a very soft rose. And then I'm getting that resin, which brings this warmth to it. I love amber resin scent. It's sort of skin like, in my opinion. Again, I'm learning. I don't know everything, but That's what it's giving for me. And then it's just creamy. It's creamy and soft and airy and whimsical. And I'm kind of shocked by how much I like this. I'm nervous because there's only one more left. And I feel like this is the one I don't know how to think about it. Disfruta is a smoky cocktailed citrus fragrance. The notes are neroli, passion fruit pulp, agave nectar, ice melting down glass, and mezcal magic. It's this last one that looks like a sun rise or set. Also, it says everything is possible. I love that. Okay, so we're going to go to the next one, the final one, and then we're going to talk about books. The last one I read, what I'm reading next. It's an orange bottle. And by the way, I don't know if I've spoken enough about how much I love the packaging on these. They feel kind of heirloomy. Like in 50 years, you'd have that grandma, and I could be that grandma, and it's just sort of, it feels special, vintage and futuristic, and very cool. These are the visuals for this fragrance. Here it is. Awesome. And for this last one, the last one, I think this is an incredible launch. I will say, I don't think I've ever been so far out of everything I've tested. I don't know that I've been this impressed with a brand in every for every fragrance, which there are four. There's such a kind of experience that I feel like it takes you on. So nervous. Hmm. Okay, this one weirdly feels smells smoky. That's like a very refreshing, like fresh squeezed fruit is the first. Like it's pulpy, but also smoky. And I'm wondering if I like it's the paper. Let's see. Oh no, duh! It literally says a smoked cocktail citrus. That's exactly what you're gonna get. It feels like I've stepped into a very classy bar. And I'm gonna move this only because there's a lot of flashing, so I don't want it to like hurt you guys' eyes. Look at the bottles being made. How cool is that? Anyway, it feels you've gone into a bar and there's wood in there. Like all of the seats are wood. The cool table that you go and order your drink at is wood, but the drink is fresh squeezed. The pulp, like you can, it feels like I'm holding, like I'm squeezing. The drink is in my hands. Like very refreshing and yet smoky. What a different, like it's such a big contrast. I love this. Oh my goodness. Neroli is our first note on here, and then it says passion fruit pulp, and then the agave, which you do get the agave. I love agave. Ice melting down the glass. That's crazy. It feels like I'm holding a drink. And I would wear this. This is a very kind of summer, not syrupy, but juicy fragrance. Oh my gosh, what an incredible job, Laura. Like, this is really nice. I would be so proud if I did this. That's the last one. I mean, I wish I could let you guys smell it through the screen. All of these have been such an incredible experience, and all are exactly what they say they are. Put these back in their home. Y'all might see it hanging over here. We'll see. I really like this. I don't know. We're going to talk, and then at the end, I'll choose the fragrance that I'm going to put on my body for bed, and then I can give further updates like I did for this one because I wear fragrance every day. I do a bedtime fragrance, and I do when I go to work, before the gym kind of fragrance. So I'm sure we'll. Now we're going to talk about the last book that I read, and we're going to mark off my little bingo board because I've actually done something. So this is my bingo board. On here, which is important, it says to finish 3 book series, and I've just finished my first one, and I loved it a lot. So let's chat about that for a little bit. Um, the book series that I first finished is the Broken Earth series by N.K. Jemisin, and it is incredible. It was the first book that I read this year, if I'm not mistaken, which I don't think that I am. I've only read 4 books, and it's this series and then Slewfoot by Brahm. I feel like the theme this year so far is giving a series and then a standalone. I'm very into like just give me a small thing, please. But also I love a series. I guess I'm just a reader. Okay, I'm gonna put it here, and there it is. I've completed 1 series so far this year, and I will talk about it for just a little while because it is such a complex and great read, and I do think that you should read it. I also would like to add a new kind of marker for how I enjoy books, because it's very easy to say this was a 4-star read, and I never give up 5 stars, which I understand is frustrating, but my brain will not allow it, because to me that feels so complex. It's like, emotionally, was it 5 stars? And then, was it technically 5 stars? And I know it should be easier than that, but for my brain, it is just simply not. So I can give you other parameters, which I'm figuring out now. But for now, I'd like to say that it is very dark and rich, kind of systematic, magical, oppressive. I'm just saying words, but basically, we're following a mother who's trying to find her daughter at the end of the world. And in the first book, we're following 3 narratives of the same kind of person, an aubergine. I'm probably saying that wrong. And they are people who have magic, and they aren't actually considered people, but it's so the government can treat them however they wish to. And so there's constantly this darkness and this narrative that's being pushed constantly about them being monsters, about the dangers of them, and why they need to be controlled and they need to be used all the time, and yet they're put out. I mean, one of the characters is a child named Demaya that we're following, and she is put, like, you find her in a barn. That's where we meet her, and her parents are giving her up because she's just found out that she is one. And the government, it is mandated, like, you give your child up, and or like you need to like put that kid down. So she goes to this place called the Fulcrum to be trained so that she's no longer a danger to herself or others. It's very clear that this is a bad place very early on. And I don't know, there's something about this book with the state of the world that felt like it really just gripped me. I'd looked at this series for a long time, and if I'm being honest, I was intimidated and kind of thought that maybe I wasn't going to be intelligent enough to enjoy it, which is rude. You can do whatever you want in this life, but also you come to things when you want. But anytime I see things like Hugo Award, I'm like, I don't know. I just like reading. I enjoy a good story. This is such a good story, and like I said, it's very dark, and strangely, even though it is so dark, there is a sort of mustard seed, tangible hope throughout the series. Um, whilst also in the second and third book, building more narratives of further generations of oppression and being used that have caused this upset and unbalance in the earth that has caused literally all humans and the earth to essentially not be aligned anymore. And so, yeah, I really love this series. I think one of the parameters of how much I enjoy something will be if I would buy this versus like having it at the library or whatever. This series I could see in my collection someday. I think that I would buy it. But again, I think with where we are in the world right now, it was weirdly gratifying and also like hopeful. Although it's literally the end of the world. I don't know how I got hope out of that, but that's just how I feel. So, and I loved it. So that's the last book that I read and the first series I've completed this year. And this is my current read. It is a standalone, to my understanding. I Googled it, and I hope that they do not say that there will be this random extra one. And it's called The Isle in the Silver Sea by Tasha Suri. And also, Alexi Haro gave it a compliment on the top. It says fiercely tender, wildly imaginative, and deeply smart. Alexi Haro, I love Alexi Haro. Oh my god, don't get me started. The Everlasting has changed me. I've never gotten a bookish tattoo, and I I don't think I would, but in my heart right now, I would totally do it. I would. Anyway, in this world, there are stories that are actively being written and want to be written. I'm not very far in. I'm not going to get too much further in tonight because my mom and I are watching the first episode of season 4 of Bridgerton. I'm very excited by that. But essentially, it seems like stories are this like kind of tangible, like manifesting all the time magic that makes the world go around. It's very interesting. And so far, I really like it. I've never read anything like this before. Like, stories want to be found, they want to be told, and they will make things happen. Like, it's very cool. I'll read the inside of this. It says, In an England fueled by stories, the knight and the witch are fated to fall in love and doom each other over and over, the same tale retold over hundreds of lifetimes. Simran is a witch of the woods. Veena is a knight of the queen's court. When the two women begin to fall for each other, how can they surrender to their desires when the give-in is to destroy each other? As they seek a way to break the cycle, a mysterious assassin begins targeting tales like theirs. To survive, the two will need to write a story stronger than the one that fate has given them. But what tale is stronger than The Knight and the Witch? The Knight and the Witch is also a story that's told at the very beginning of the book, and it's where this knight who is like the purest good is like commanded by his queen slash like volunteered. It's a huge thing to defeat this evil witch, and he goes there and his purity overcomes this darkness, but then his purity is so good that it overtakes her darkness and her true self comes out, and then he kills them both. That's the very beginning of it. Um, so far, it's very florally kind of writing, which has been my thing. It's just my jam. I love a very descriptive, flowery, like, tell me how the moon looks, tell me how your feelings are comparable to the waves lapping the shore. I love things like that. So, very much enjoying it. And I think that's it. I've done all that I needed to. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I think that the fragrance that I'm going to go to sleep in, it's so hard. It's difficult. Look at this. How cute. Um, Maybe I just blind choose. Here's the thing though, the only one I don't want to go to sleep in is the last one, Disfruta. I love it so much, but I feel like it's giving me so much summer, and it's kind of like how I loved the Caraval, the one that smells like mango and everything from Brown Girl Jane, which is divine. But there's something about it that feels like it's laughing at me because it's so summery and I'm just not there. And I don't, we're not going to play that game. So I'll put them in here. All right. Also, the inside of this cup is supposed to be Pluto because I love Pluto and it's my favorite planet. Okay. Anything but Disfruta is fine by me. Let's see what this is. Lovely and a little twisted. You know what? I secretly wanted it to be this or the Somewhere But Nowhere. I think this will give me great dreams and it's romantic. So, what better sleep fragrance than this? And I will update you guys on how it performs because I've seen obviously everything else has been to me spectacular. It feels expensive, but not like gaudily expensive. Um, and it feels kind of magical and whisk away, and it's very intentional, and I love it. But performance is everything. That's amazing. I'm kind of nervous about the rose though. I hope that the rose doesn't take too much. Oh wow, on me? On me, it's pulling more pistachio. I could not tell you how happy I am that it would choose that because everyone's chemistry is different, so you're going to have a different experience. But it's pulling a lot more pistachio and like macaroni. Oh my gosh, I love it. I feel like I'm like a little daydreamy, like lace and pearls and red lips kind of girl right now. Anyway, I'm gonna call my mom before she calls me, and we're gonna watch Bridgerton season 4, episode 1. Mostly because Stacey McEwen, who I love, one of my favorite authors that I found last year, genuinely just one of my faves, said that her ranking was season 1, season 4, season 2, which is my favorite season and pretty much the only correct answer, right? Um, Queen Charlotte, and then season 3. The only thing we agree on is season 3. Everything else is simply wrong. So I look forward to seeing if maybe she's right and season 4 is my number 3. We'll see. Okay, thank you so much for spending time with me. I promise to be more consistent. Ending this off a little bit sad, but part of the reason that I haven't been filming is because fortunately my roommate and I had to put her dog to sleep, and it was really sad. And essentially I miss him, and that's why this teddy bear is here, because my roommate bought this for me, which is very thoughtful because it really was her whole world. And his name was Lenny Lincoln, and I'll put pictures of him around here. And it was really sad, and I felt like I couldn't film and come on here and be like, oh my god, hi guys. And tomorrow is the 1 week anniversary, and I'm still sad, and I imagine I'll be sad for quite some time. But I did have enough in me to come on here and like be excited about fragrance and talk about books. So that's something. Love you, Lenny Lincoln. You'll be missed forever, and I hope that there's a lot of trash cans that you can break into in doggy heaven. Um, Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please let me know what else you want to see. Thank you so much to my personal pre-R Teri. You are the best ever. Um, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. That's all I have to say. Happy Monday, or whatever day you see this. Wherever you are in this world, I hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, night, and life. Until next time, I will see you next time. Bye. I promise the lighting and everything will get better. Stick with me. We're sticking together. We need to have more audacity. I'm staying. I'll just get better, I promise.